Welcome to Pherotone Studios. I don't know if you remember, but in one of my previous videos I bought this broken 32 channel mixing disc, which turned out not to have 32 channels, it has 24, and it's also not a broken disc, it works. So my plans for this desk, as you might know, I've got a working desk. My plans are completely changed because I'm no longer going to bother with a mixing desk. I've got a big desk so I can do mix down, so run all the tracks through a desk and, you know, do all the EQ, get all the levels right and go, oh, this is good. And then you listen to it the next day, or, you know, the client listens to it and they go, bass could be turned up a bit, and you go, oh, okay. So you look at, it's called a recall. You normally do it by noting all the settings. I do it with pictures on my phone. So you have to reset the whole thing up and then go. Whereas if you've got, if you do it on Logic in the box, you can just turn a fader up on Logic. It's 10 million times easier, so I can't be arsed with it, to be honest. So I'm going to probably get rid of that mixing desk to have a bit more space. And the plan with this one was just for a few spares anyway, and it turned out not to be the same size that I was hoping for. But I don't want to not have a mixing desk, and that's where I'm going to have some fun. So my plan is to carefully dismantle this desk. I've cleaned it all up. I've done like the first stage service you'll see in my mixing desk, how to service a mixing desk video series, where take all the knobs off, leave them to soak in different solutions for, you know, days on end, clean the surface up, just so it looks all nice. You know, I don't want my kids getting any disease from this. This is from a school, and, you know, someone's probably had sex with it. So I want it to be absolutely spotless, which it is now. What I'm going to do is grab another camera so I can give you a better idea. We'll get it from two angles, why not? So this is the 24 channel desk, very exciting. So what I plan to do is cut it here above where the top knobs are on the channel, and do a cut down here below the faders, also at the edge of channel 1 and at the edge of channel 24. And then what I'm going to do is frame it. So I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. I just don't want to not have a mixing desk. It's quite fun for the kids to play with anyway. It's nice for them to come in here and ruin my life. So I don't know if I'm going to put it in a wooden frame and either put it on a wall, probably in here somewhere, or put it on top of my mixing desk stand and quite possibly get a glass, tempered glass surface made, sing that within the frame and have basically a glass desk, but through the glass you can see all this, which will look quite cool. You know, it's a bit different. It means I'm going to have to sack off the master section, but I don't care. You know, I could probably sell that on eBay, or, you know, I don't have. Oh, I've got a mate who's got a Mackie desk actually. Tim Hain, blues musician, blues and reggae musician actually. So check him out. So, you know, I might give that to him for spares. Also, my other ideas for the desk. So my other idea is, see this section at the top where all the inputs are. So you have your, let me show you here where there's more light. You've got your XLRs, your line input, your direct out, your inserts. Well, I've got a patch bay and a baby monitor, and it's got a blanking plate. I've got to move everything around anyway. But instead of this is actually a 6mm piece of MDF. So instead of that, what I want is, I'm going to put this on here. I think this goes past this bit of plastic a bit of a way. Get the right width, drill holes in it, and put that in the patch bay so it looks a bit more exciting. And then pop some leads in it, so it just looks like something's happening. You know, it's a bit more interesting than the blanking plate. And blanking plates for patch bays cost loads, whereas I can use a bit of this mixing desk. There's also a panel on the front of that rack mount unit, so I might use this bit for the front, and there's more jack sockets on the back. Just wanted to look a bit more fun. I did think of keeping that strip, screwing it to the ceiling, putting loads of leads in, and having it as like, do you know on people's doors you have those like tassels that hang down? I just thought that would be annoying and funny, then I thought, what a stupid idea. So that's my plan. Cut this up, create some kind of new picture frame or desk out of it, patch bay blanking strips. I might come up with other ideas. I did think of keeping the master section, you know, running audio through it just so it lights up, because that would be fun, but I don't know if I can be bothered. But I might do. Maybe I'll keep it for that. Yeah. We will see. For my patch bay cover, I've measured the width, 480mm, which happens to be this line next to channel 17. So I'm going to run a grinder across that. Also cut this end bit off just so it sits flush. Probably have a look at it and then see what happens really. So here's the patch bay with the blanking plates. Looks a bit awful, but I'm going to tidy it up. Also, it's not quite the right width. I need, you know, this one to be trimmed down a bit, to be honest, because you can't fit a rack unit in here. So that's fine. I'll trim this down to the right height, but I'm planning on having that one go on the front instead of this anyway, and moving everything around. So yeah, it's a cool start. A bit more interesting to look at. And I'm going to put a wooden frame around this. And either hang it on the wall or use it as my work surface with a bit of glass on it when I get rid of this. Good times.